Hey you guys, what's up? In today's video, I'm going to be trying out the brand new Tarte Shape Tape Glow Powder. This is supposed to be like a glowy kind of setting powder that is supposed to like blur your skin and make it look like flawless. So I'm going to be showing you guys close-ups of this product. I'm going to show you guys a swatch of the shade that I personally picked up. There are 3 different shades of this powder. So yeah, really quickly before we get started, I would really appreciate it if you would give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So before we try this powder out on the face, I am going to show you guys a close-up of the shade that I picked up and then a swatch. So this is the new Tarte Shape Tape Glow Powder. The price is $29 and I picked mine up in the shade Sunlit. There are 3 different shades of this powder. So here is what the packaging looks like. I do feel like it looks pretty cheap with like the plastic packaging. Like it doesn't look like a $29 powder. And then here is the shade Sunlit up close. I am going to go ahead and do a swatch of this. It does feel like a very like thin powder. It is pretty soft. And then there's how it looks on the finger. And we're going to go ahead and swatch this on the arm. So it might be hard to see, but it is just a like light powder that definitely has a little bit of a glow to it. So this is a talc-free radiant baked finishing powder. It says it has diamond complex that reflects light to neutralize skin discoloration, dullness, and darkness without glitter or shimmer. Amazonian clay absorbs excess oils and delivers 12-hour power. All right, so now let's go ahead and try this powder out on the face. So I went ahead and primed my face. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apply a foundation on camera. I am gonna do my foundation, concealer, and then we're gonna go ahead and set the face with the new Tarte powder on camera. I'm gonna do all of that for you guys. So I'm gonna take my Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation. I love this foundation, and I'm just gonna quickly apply this all over the face. Now for concealer, I'm going to be using the new Tarte Shape Tape Ultra Creamy Concealer. I do have a review video on this concealer where I compare it to like the original Tarte Shape Tape. So I'm just going to put a dot in each of my inner corners and a dot on the outer corner. And I'm just going to go ahead and start blending this out. I am not going to set this concealer with the glow powder because I feel like that would just like, I don't know, emphasize a lot of texture and wrinkles, but you know, I might set it with like some loose powder and then we could maybe try the glow powder. That's really just going to depend like how it looks on the rest of the face. So now I'm going to take my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder. This is just like a white, very thin translucent powder. I'm going to blend one more time over the concealer and then I'm just going to dip in with my sponge just a little bit, and I'm going to kind of press this on my under eyes. So now I'm going to go in with the Shape Tape Glow Powder. Once again, mine is in the shade Sunlit. Alright, so this says for a soft focused finish, dust all over the face to set makeup. For a subtle glow, apply to the high points of the face. Used with Shape Tape Concealer and Shape Tape Glow Wand. I'm not sure what the Shape Tape Glow Wand is. I've actually never heard of that product. So basically this says it gives you maximum light reflecting and lifted perfection. So I'm just going to take like a small fluffy powder brush and I'm just going to dip in and start setting my makeup and we'll see what this looks like. I don't normally set my makeup with a pressed powder. I normally use a like loose translucent powder, so I'm curious how this is gonna look. I really hope this doesn't like change the color of my makeup. I'm just gonna do the one side of my face and then we can kind of compare. So right off the bat, I do not like the way that set my makeup. Like my skin feels like tacky still. I normally like to like set my foundation down to where it feels like, I don't know, dry so that I don't feel like it's gonna move, and then I'll go in with like a setting spray so I don't feel so dry, but this still feels like very tacky. Like the 2 sides feel exactly the same. Like this side does not feel like I set it, and it did kind of give like a pink look to the skin right here. Honestly, I feel like it doesn't even look like I set my makeup. I'm gonna grab a different brush, I think. I'm gonna grab more of like a kind of fluffy, bigger brush, and I'm gonna try again. Oh, you can really see it right there. So it just made like a line on my forehead. It's definitely making my face look more pink. Like I feel like my skin has like a little bit of a glow. Like it looks okay. I just don't like how my face feels like a little tacky. Maybe it does feel a little bit more set now, but I don't really like that it's changing the color of my makeup. That makes me a little nervous. So I'm gonna go and just set, see, you can just see that big old pink dot that just got on my face when I just applied this. Oh no. So based on my first impressions, like with the powder all over the face, like I don't really like how it looks right now. Like I just feel like it doesn't look the best. It didn't set my makeup very nicely. And I feel like I just look like pink almost. Like the shade is just not, I don't know, not a very good shade. I thought it was going to be more like a setting powder that was like more on the translucent side. I do like the glow it's giving the skin, but I'm not like really liking it at the moment. I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face with some setting spray. This is the Pixie Glow Mist. I normally, oh my gosh, my hair is such a freaking mess today. I normally spray my face with a setting spray after I like do my foundation, concealer, and set it with powder. So now I'm gonna go ahead and bronze up the face a little bit. I feel like my skin is looking a little strange at the moment. Like I don't like how the powder like changed the color of my makeup. I think that's probably like my biggest issue so far. I'm also going to apply my blush. I'm just using one of the ColourPop Heart blushes. So now I'm going to try and use the powder as like a regular highlight. So I'm just going to dip into this with a little highlighting brush. And I'm going to apply this to the tops of my cheeks. Now that I'm like seeing this shade on the face, I don't know why I bought this shade. Like it's called Sunlit. So I think I was expecting more of like a gold color. And this is definitely a very pink shade, and I also thought it was going to be a little lighter. Yeah, this is a very natural looking highlight. If you like a very like sheer natural looking highlight that has like no glitter or anything in it, you might really like this. So there is the powder all over the face. It definitely gives a very nice glow. And then I also have it right here on the tops of my cheekbones. But I do think it does actually look really pretty. I think the shade is really what's throwing me off. Like it's just not what I expected. But I feel like after I applied a lot more to the face, it did set my makeup a little bit more. I don't see this powder like helping my makeup stay on necessarily. So I'm going to go ahead and like finish up the rest of my makeup, and I'm going to wear it for a little bit, and then I'm going to come back and give you guys like an update and let you know how I'm feeling about the new Tarte Shape Tape powder. So I went ahead and finished up the rest of my makeup. I actually just filmed another video, so it's been a while since I was last on camera. I just filmed with the new Milani Gilded Getaway palette. That is why I have two different eye looks going on right now on my eyes. I'm not sure if that review video will be up before this one, but either way, make sure you guys are on the lookout for that video. But anyways, I've had a little bit of time to kind of collect my thoughts on this powder. So I would say that my biggest issue right now, let's start out with the problem first, is that they say that this is a setting powder. Like it says on the box that it's used to set makeup. I would not say that this is a setting powder. This is definitely more of a finishing powder, and those are two very different things. A setting powder is more of like, let's say, a translucent powder like the Laura Mercier translucent powder. That is really going to lock your makeup in and ensure that it doesn't go anywhere. This one is more of a finishing powder where it's going to give like a nice glow to the skin, kind of blur the skin. I really like it for that purpose. I think today I didn't really like it because I did use it to set my makeup, so it did kind of like change the way my foundation looks like as far as the color goes. So I am going to be trying this out again, and I think I will probably just set my makeup like normal with loose powder and then use this to kind of go over everything. I actually really like the way that this looks like on the chin area. I think it looks really good on the nose and on the forehead. Like, it definitely gives a very nice glow to the skin. I actually really like the way that it looks. I just personally didn't like it for setting my entire face. I'm also not like the biggest fan of using it for highlighting right at the tops of the cheekbones. Like, I feel like it looks pretty, but I normally prefer a much more like blinding highlight. I could see myself using this like on a no makeup day where I just want a really subtle glow to the skin. I feel like this would look beautiful, but for highlighting like the tops of my cheekbones and my nose area, I wouldn't use a highlighter like this because I like a more blinding one. If you like a really natural looking highlighter, you will probably love this for highlighting the tops of the cheekbones, but for me personally, it's just not really my thing. But for using this on the rest of the face, I think it looks really pretty. It's actually not letting my foundation sink into my fine lines, which I'm shocked about because I thought that my foundation was definitely going to sink into my lines because this powder didn't feel like very set on the face. Like, my face still felt a little bit tacky. So I am pleasantly surprised with how my makeup looks in this area. I really like the glow that my skin has, so I think I actually am really gonna like this. When I first applied it, I didn't like the way that my skin was looking, but now that it's been on my face for probably like, it's gotta have been over an hour now, probably almost 2 hours at this point. I do think it looks better now that it's been on my face for a while and everything's kind of like melted together. So for this being like a finishing powder, I think it looks really pretty. This is definitely not going to be a good setting powder. I don't know why they say it's for setting your makeup. It's definitely more of a finishing powder, and I think it looks beautiful as a finishing powder. So yeah, I'm excited to keep trying this out. I will keep you guys updated with how I am liking it. So yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Also, make sure you guys have your notifications turned on. That way you don't miss out on any of my future videos. All you have to do is click the bell next to the subscribe button, and then you'll receive a notification every time I upload a new video. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.